Picture this: Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, philosopher king, Stoic extraordinaire, sitting on a marble bench in 175 AD, sipping watered wine and writing in his little leather journal about virtue and the fleeting nature of existence, when suddenly a glowing rectangle from the future plops into his lap, and it is your iPhone. Screen on, notifications screaming, 23 messages from WhatsApp group chats he did not join, 6 Instagram likes from people he does not know, 3 news alerts about things he cannot control, and a TikTok of a cat playing a lute. And Marcus looks at this thing, sighs the sigh of a man who once watched the barbarian hordes burn a village, and mutters, "So this is how civilization ends, not with a bang, but with endless scrolling. You think your life is overwhelming now?" Marcus had plagues, wars, and Senate politics, and yet here we are, still panicking because someone left us on red. We act like our phones are life support machines when they are more like little dopamine slot machines, designed to keep us poking at them like confused pigeons. If Marcus Aurelius could time travel, he would not be impressed with our busy lives. He would be like, "You people have fresh water, supermarkets, and toilet paper. Why are you melting down because Becky posted vacation photos?" This is where it gets funny and tragic. 2,000 years ago, Marcus wrote meditations basically to himself as a reminder not to get sucked into the drama of life. Today we could rewrite that as meditations, the Wi-Fi edition where instead of barbarians at the gates we have pop-up ads, and instead of political rivals we have influencers selling protein powder. The problem is the same: human brains drowning in noise. The only difference is the noise used to be shouting in the forum. Now it is memes at 3 in the morning. Let us face it, our relationship with social media is like that toxic ex we keep texting. We know it is bad for us, but we keep going back because maybe this time they will post something life-changing. Spoiler alert, it is never life-changing unless your life goal is knowing what Karen from high school had for lunch. Marcus would have looked at social media and said, "You are enslaving yourselves to shadows of reality," which sounds poetic until you realize he basically means you are staring at pictures of avocado toast while your real toast goes cold. And here is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism is not about being emotionless, it is about mastering your reactions. Marcus was not out there saying, "Feel nothing." He was saying, "Feel wisely, my friend." Which is why if Marcus had Instagram, his feed would be 3 photos: the sunrise, his sandals, and maybe a slightly sarcastic quote about impermanence. He would follow about 12 people, half of them philosophers, the other half dogs, and he would post once a month, if that. Meanwhile, you are there refreshing like a caffeinated lab rat, checking if that reel got more than 50 views. Here is the Stoic twist that breaks your brain. Marcus teaches us that the chaos of the world does not have to be your chaos. If he could stay calm while running an empire and fighting literal wars, you can probably survive not replying to that DM for 6 hours. Social media tricks you into thinking every notification is urgent. It is not. Unless it is a text that says, "Your kitchen is on fire, you can wait." The Stoic move is to step back, see the bigger picture, and realize most of what you think matters does not matter. In fact, Marcus would tell you that all your likes, followers, and comments will vanish faster than a Snapchat story, so why lose your peace over them? Imagine Marcus scrolling through Twitter and seeing a trending hashtag about him. Half the tweets are praise, half are calling him the worst emperor ever. Would he rage tweet back? No, he would write, "If fame is but wind, why chase hurricanes?" and then go feed his horse. We could all use a bit of that energy. And before you say, "But Marcus, social media is how I stay informed," let us be real. You do not stay informed, you stay inflamed. The news cycle is not designed to enlighten you, it is designed to keep you twitching. Marcus would have told you to limit your information diet the way you limit wine. A little can be pleasant, too much and you are crying in public. The thing is, social media is not evil, but without Stoic discipline, it owns you. Marcus would have said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. which in 2025 means you have power over your screen time, not the internet. Realize this and you will stop doom scrolling at 2 a.m. The practical Stoic hacks for digital overwhelm are hilariously simple and tragically hard. First, curate your feed like a Roman banquet, only invite the good stuff. Second, check your apps like ancient Romans checked their mail, occasionally and with low expectations. Third, remember that every comment section is basically the Roman Colosseum, but with less hygiene. You do not have to go in. And here is the kicker: Marcus would tell you to start your day without your phone. Imagine that. You wake up, you stretch, you breathe, you look out the window, you contemplate your mortality in a fun, stoic way, and you do not immediately dive into other people's nonsense. You might actually feel human again. Because the real Stoic superpower is knowing when to walk away. Not because you are above it, but because you know your attention is the most valuable thing you own. Every scroll is you spending it. Marcus would have looked at us and said, "You give away your treasure for trifles." And he would be right. The ultimate comedy of this whole thing is that we keep inventing new ways to be distracted and then complain about being distracted. Marcus had the same problem, different packaging. And if you think he would have been perfect at it, think again. Even emperors probably had days when they overindulged, which is comforting, because if a philosopher king could mess up and still leave behind timeless wisdom, you can too. So next time you are overwhelmed by the digital circus, ask yourself, what would Marcus do? And if the answer is, close the app, breathe, and focus on what matters, congratulations, you just became the emperor of your own attention. And if you forget tomorrow, do not worry. Marcus forgot too. That is why he wrote it down. Now, before you go back to scrolling, hit that subscribe button, because unlike most of the internet, this might actually make your life better. And Marcus would definitely approve of that.